Even when modern women are given everything their hearts desire, they are still never satisfied and will just demand more. We've got a good one for you here today from Alpha Central titled, "She Rejected the Perfect Man and Instantly Regretted It." Now, make sure to check out Lock the Bounty Hunter as well for suggesting today's video, and let's jump right into it.
I fumbled the man I probably should have married, and I'm making this post so that y'all don't do the same thing that I did. This is an accountability post. I met him on Hinge, and this was back when the algorithm was working a lot better, and it was like 2022, I believe. I didn't like his profile. I just knew he was gonna like me, and the next day he did. Normally I name names, but just in case he has a new girl and they're at peace, I don't want to disrupt his situation, so I'm not gonna name his name. But anyway, we met up quickly, we went on a date, and we ended up being like glued to each other pretty fast. We were like in a relationship within like a month, I believe. He locked it down. He was not trying to see me single.
You have to give her some credit for not wanting to put the guy on blast, even though you'd think that if she really did care about this guy's peace, she'd leave everything alone and move on with her life.
This man was fine. He was like 6'3", buff, long hair. He looked like Roman Reigns. Society would easily give him a 9, easily. And if you know me, you know who I'm talking about. But frankly, his looks were pretty irrelevant, honestly. He actually was very kind, very sweet, very empathetic, very emotional, very in tune with his emotions, but also quite emotional. And, you know, he just had a lot of very positive traits. The number one being, he did not play about me at all. We went to brunch with his brother and sister-in-law, and they were kind of cold, like not really like, I don't know, warming up to me. And he called that out immediately. He was like, absolutely not.
It sounds like this man was raised to have a good head on his shoulders, but we live in a time where that's either considered boring, a weakness, or an excuse to give a woman the quote-unquote ick.
When his brother was not trying to get to know me after like we had met, he was like, can you put Marvin in with Britt? Like, that's my girl. Like, put some respect on Britt's name. Like, he did not play about me at all. I had never in my life dated a man like that. I had never dated a man who was on my side. Like, who, like, I don't know, defended me. I've never had that before. No matter how many adjustments he was willing to make, he couldn't adjust himself to become a chaotic, toxic man when he just wasn't that. And that's all I had ever been used to. You see, I had not taken the time to like truly heal myself after my relationship prior to him, which was with an abusive guy. Very abusive, emotionally avoidant guy. Emotionally unavailable, everything. Okay, I had not healed from that. Not enough.
This is why dudes can't win when it comes to dating. Even when he does everything right, he will still get punished for being too good. There's no point for men in being with a woman who needs chaos in her life that badly.
Are you a basketball player? You're huge. You're something. You're an athlete.
I'm definitely something.
No, but you're famous in some kind of way.
You said I'm famous in some kind?
Like
What if I'm just a loser?
I'm saying you're a basketball player. You're
honestly,
huge.
what if I'm just a loser and I live at home with my mom?
I mean, you're hot.
Tall and your skin's glowing.
You are scared. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
We like losers with glowy skin.
Yeah.
Can I get your number?
Get that
Are you gonna come with us and get McChickens?
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay, well, when am I gonna see you?
This guy could say pretty much anything, and these women will just want him even more. He could literally say he's going to sell them on the black market, and they will still just flirt with him even harder.
Would you date a big girl?
How big is big?
How about someone my size? Would you date someone my size?
So as long as you're like making sure that you're healthy and you're putting forward steps like you're healthy, I don't really care how big you are. I just want to see you healthy.
So you're saying as long as I'm in the gym, you would be open to dating?
Yes.
Okay, let's say if I were like not going to the gym, you'd be like, no.
Probably. I just think, well, as long as you're active. I just want to see you like making steps to show that you care about yourself.
If a woman is willing to let herself go to a size like that and is finding excuses to not take care of herself, then she's not really worth it, because how can you expect her to care about you or the relationship if she can't even bother to take steps to take care of herself? Just a quick reminder, guys, I have a second channel. The link is in the pinned comment. Make sure you go and check it out. Now back to the video.
Oh, all I have to say is sometimes girls' nights will ruin your relationship.
Honestly, a girls' night out is literally just never a girls' night out.
It's never. Unfortunately, as much as we say it's a girls' night out, it's going to end up in some deep chaos. Don't let your girls go out.
You know things are bad when women are telling men to not trust them when they go out on girls' nights, but men were already well aware of this since modern women can't seem to bring themselves to stop bragging about it online.
I believe men are supposed to chase a woman, date her, spoil her, respect and adore her, and love her more.
I don't think at this point it's a secret that some women out there really don't seem to believe in equality in relationships. And what's up with the love her more part?
Anything outside of that is just weird.
Well, that was quite predictable. A lot of people actually do believe that everybody else needs to think in the same way that they do. Otherwise, they're just weird.
Whenever a woman insists that it's a man's job to do everything in a relationship, it's just their way of saying that they have nothing to offer a man that he can't offer himself.
And if you're watching this as a woman, disagreeing with it, thinking it's too much or you don't deserve this, you have been brainwashed and you do not know your own worth.
Let me get this straight. Those of us that think that relationships should be based on equality with equal contributions coming from each side are the ones that are brainwashed? Okay.
And you may even have internalized misogyny, which you definitely need to work on and heal that.
Believing in equality in relationships does not and has never equated to a woman having internalized misogyny, no matter how badly a person wants it to.
It's always the brainwashed who insist that the rest of the planet is brainwashed. She honestly thinks that it's normal for a man to do literally all of the work in the relationship, and anybody who disagrees is somehow internalizing mahogany, whatever that means.
Cool, you don't like tattoos. Next point.
It's my podcast. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. So you're not going to dictate the terms of what we're talking about, what we're not talking about. This conversation about tattoos came up organically. You've been obnoxious all night.
She's reacting to your energy. I could feel it.
What are you talking about? I'm not insulting your tattoos. I'm saying generally speaking, men don't like tattoos. So what?
Okay.
If I was 5'5" and you said typically women aren't attracted to short men, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's true. But y'all women hate to hear when men ever have an opinion or have anything to say
Right. You shouldn't
as
have
it
opinions.
relates.
As a man.
It all boils down to preferences. Modern women are allowed to have preferences to pretty much everything. But if a man says, for example, that he doesn't like tattoos, then all of a sudden he's judgmental and he's a bigot and he deserves to be punished.
If you're thinking about moving in with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you might want to take a page out of John Cena's playbook. You see, John Cena just made his girlfriend sign a 75-page contract before moving into his house. And in that contract, he called her a guest. He said she had no rights to anything in the property and that she had to move out immediately after they broke up. Now, some people might call John Cena a jerk for doing this, but as a real estate attorney, I think he's brilliant. And let me explain why based on the laws in Florida.
John Cena has to do everything he can to protect himself. One false move and he's forced to present an Oscar completely unclothed. He's not about to leave anything to chance, especially with a woman that he's not marrying.
First of all, by labeling Nikki Bella as a guest and not a tenant, she has less rights to the property, and therefore it's much easier to get her out of the property than if she was a tenant. A tenant in Florida has much stronger rights than a guest does. That's number one. Number two, this prevents Nikki from later on saying that she had sweat equity in the property, that she helped increase the value, that she helped put time, effort, resources, or even money into the property, and therefore she should be entitled to get something back. That's number two.
You have to give this guy credit for the amount of thought that's gone into this agreement, but we live in a time where women view dudes like this as an easy payday, so he has to cover every possible bet so that it doesn't come back to bite him later.
Now, John Cena also wants to make it clear that there is no common law marriage. That's not the intent here. Even though Florida does not have common law marriage, it's still a good move just to prevent that argument from ever coming up. He wants to make sure she has no claim to anything, which was never their intent. And that's what this is about. Asset protection, a clean breakup, protecting his property rights. More couples might want to look into this cohab agreement because I get a lot of calls about couples that break up and it gets ugly. This is a way to save that.
The sad part is, even though this must have required countless man-hours to draft up, there is no way something like this could be ironclad. You can never underestimate the power of a spiteful ex who wants to get her hands on your money.
You like kissing girls?
Yeah, I love girls.
Kiss her? Oh, they're using tongue too. I asked for a kiss, not a makeout.
You want a kiss?
I can't kiss you, you kiss her. And that's how diseases spread.
That man made the right call. He knew exactly where that tongue has been, and he probably just saved a boatload in antibiotic pills with that one move alone.
That's terrible makeup. Do your makeup better next time. And you're showing cleavage. Have some self.
Honestly, I think even if you're a witty individual, it's probably never a good idea to get involved in a shouting match with a mascot. It just doesn't seem to end well for people. modern women love being strong and independent until it becomes a fire hazard, right? After that, they just dive for cover and beg the men to save them.
Come here. How long until you do something with a guy?
It has to be a minute.
Like at least 6 months.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Tell the truth.
I'm lying. Tonight.
Tonight. Awesome. Tonight.
No, me and
Wait, come here.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And she went to another party. She wasn't lying. Oh, look at that. She went. Nope. How long until you cook for a man?
Cook?
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to be dating because I'm not whipping up a nice for no reason.
So basically, like, you hook up with a dude before you cook.
No, we're gonna cook and then we're gonna hook up.
Now you're changing it.
Her answers keep changing, even though it doesn't matter. How soon she starts hooking up with a guy depends on how attractive she finds him. The more attractive he is, the more she's willing to break her rules. We see it all of the time.
Now you're changing it.
Hey, you only live once.
When do you want to settle down? Oh, you're back. Let me ask you the same question I asked her. When would you cook a meal for a guy?
A year, 2 years.
So you rather or cooking a meal?
Yeah, because I was just in a really long relationship and I did all that and
You rather give away your body than just give away 30 minutes and make food for
No.
You're making us really look really bad.
I'm asking y'all questions.
She got out of a really bad relationship, but she has no problem running up to a group of men to flirt with them. She's expecting sympathy, but there is none to be had with a woman who's acting that way.
Who pays for the bill on the first date?
A man. If I have to pay for a date, I'm not going on that date.
What about if you asked me?
It's not about equality. A man was built to provide.
So you're saying a man was built to pay the first date every time?
Provide. Provide means safety, food, shelter, and all that for a family.
Aren't there a lot of women, though, looking to abuse that?
There are a lot of toxic women like that.
Because surely a good qualifier for a gold digger is to see how she responds to when the bill comes out.
So you're telling me, what if a man is testing me?
You're putting me through the test.
I'm having an honest conversation. It's not a test.
She's not having an honest conversation. She literally said that men were put on this earth to provide, and providing means always paying for the first date. And the second the man calls her out for being a gold digger, she tries to act like she has the moral high ground. Get out of here.
Okay, so then in that case, we need to have an honest conversation about the bill. Would you expect me to pay the bill every single time we went out?
Not every single time.
But we're on an equal level of success, but now you want me to pay for
Would you
all
want
the
your
dinners.
daughter to pay for her date's dinner?
I mean, she's 10.
Would you allow a woman to pay on a first date?
I would not want someone to come to me for my money.
No.
Only, and I've had that quite a lot, and I'm married. I need that not to be in my life.
Have the right conversation.
Well, that's what I'm just saying.
It's okay. You're a man. You want to test, right?
Well, you've been testing me the whole time.
I have been having an honest conversation.
Having a conversation about this subject is completely pointless, since typically women only choose what they want to hear with stuff like this, and she'll ignore any points that the man is trying to make. It's a very ignorant way of trying to get out of admitting that she's broke and hungry.
But if you think it's right to test me in this way, then I will go to the club and I'm going to grind on every man in the club to see if you're jealous or not. Is that okay?
That is not the same.
No one should test anyone.
But you expect me to pay for it?
This is our first date.
So I should pay for the first date. Okay, who pays for the second date?
He pays.
And then the third date?
I would pay. Because there wouldn't be a third date unless he's awesome.
If a woman goes to the club to grind on countless men just to see if he gets jealous, that's not a test. It's just proof that she never cared about that guy in the first place. What's kind of frightening about this is how this is probably going to be in the modern woman's future with the way they insist on driving.
Be asking me, Brad, why don't you got a girlfriend, man? Why ain't you got a lady? And I'd be trolling a lot. I'd be like, oh, females scare me. I don't be pulling females. But if y'all want the honest answer, bro, it's just I cannot get caught up with females or get a girlfriend because they take time away from the grind, bro. All my time and energy I put into the gym, my career, my social media platforms, making content, streaming, and into my business, bro. I don't really got time to be taking Saturday, Sundays off to take a chick to Top Golf, get dinner, then sleep over her house and clap some cheeks. What the do I look like,
If she wants another chance behind the wheel, then she needs to pay him for the damages to that first car. She needs to know that there is no reset button in the game of life.
The whole time I'll be out on that date with her, I'm like, I could be home making money right now. I could be getting closer to that 1 million followers on IG and TikTok and retiring my dad, It's a sacrifice I gotta make, but females take away from the grind, bro. And You know, you see this all the time where a guy will get successful, he gets a girlfriend, and he takes his foot off that gas, bro. He gets out of shape, stops making as much money as he was, he loses himself, he gets comfortable, bro. And then when you break up with that chick a year or two later down the line, they accuse you of, you know, SA, or they're like, hey, Brad hit me. And now that's ruining my reputation, and, you know, now I'm looking at a court date, and I'm losing my fall, you know. I don't need that, bro.
Why is it that these women insist on trying to get back into bars that they have been kicked out of? You'd think that at that point they would just go to another place and get kicked out of there instead. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.